Well, hello everybody, and I'd like to show you my saddle that I'm having a problem with. You see, this is a pretty new saddle. I've been riding in it for about 7 months. It is a Fort Worth saddlery saddle. If you want to see the video on how this saddle was bought, check it out. It's on our playlist. But it's got some really nice stitching going on, and I have really never conditioned it or done anything to it. You can already see that I'm getting quite a bit of wear, but I'm going to try that broomstick trick because I really would like these stirrups to sit this way instead of like that, because I'm constantly turning them into the horse, and I can see where that might actually cause some problems with where my leg is actually hitting and some cueing issues. So turning those stirrups out is going to be a really good option for me, as well as getting the saddle nice and conditioned and a little less new. Broken in is better when it comes to saddles. Alright, so I brought the saddle in here to the tack shop, and first off we are just trying the little piece of sheepskin to actually get all the dirt off. And I have to admit, I'm extremely pleased with using sheepskin to clean the saddle as opposed to anything else that I've tried. It really does just get off all the little dust, and it gets inside the tooling, so it's going to make it easier for me to put the conditioner on the saddle later. Okay, so here goes with some needs foot oil, and that's gonna go right onto the saddle itself. And using a sheepskin applicator really is easy. I like it. It's much better than a sponge, much better control. You can get the conditioner or the oil on a whole lot easier. And I'm gonna get every nook and cranny of this saddle while I can. Okay, so you can see right here how much the saddle is really soaking in that oil. It's really getting in there, and it's soaking up a lot. This is the first time I've oiled the saddle, and you can already see it is making the saddle a little bit darker, and that's what happens when you use needs foot oil as opposed to other conditioners. Well, okay, I am now at the end of my oiling. I probably used about 4 to 5 ounces of oil, and I really got under the fenders really well. So I'm gonna do the broomstick under the fenders to try to turn my stirrups out, because as you can see they hang pretty flat, but I actually want them out here. So I'm going to do the fender trick and see if it works on my saddle to make my stirrups a lot more comfortable. So I tried the broomstick trick and my stirrups popped out. And I'm not quite sure if that's right, but it is actually turning my stirrups out. So let's see back tomorrow and see how this all turns out. Hopefully my stirrups will be right where I want them, but I'm kind of worried. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to go. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Oh, look at that. It's hanging real nice. And that was just 24 hours. Let's see the other side. Ah! Hold on, let me pull that out with my other hand. Well, okay, folks, that's the other side. Look at that. My stirrups are now hanging straight after 24 hours of good conditioning and using the stick trick. Very pleased with the results. Well, all right, now that I got the saddle up on the horse, you'll notice that yes, they do turn out, but not as much as they were when they were on the saddle rack. Now, the recommendation was to do this for 48 hours, and I only did it for 24 hours. So as you can see from the result, once I actually put it on the horse, it's not staying where I did have it turned, but it's a whole lot better. So I'm actually going to go back and put the stick on there for another 24 hours. But now you can see the results. I would highly recommend it, though. It really does make a difference. Well, all right, folks, I went back and redid these for 48 hours. And look at that. They are turned out really nicely. I'm very happy. I highly recommend 48 hours. Now I did the same thing to this other saddle, and it's a little stiffer. It did 48 hours as well, but I think I'm going to have to go back and turn that just a little bit more. But I highly recommend this, and I'm going to be doing this to all of my saddles.